Where are we going?
Is it recording? We are going on the Grand Circle road trip. We are currently stuck in a lot of traffic about 5 minutes from my apartment.
Why? Why are we doing this?
Well,
I personally travel on the philosophy of never doing any research ahead of time and rarely planning, so I don't really know what we're gonna see on this trip. I'm excited probably most to see Zion. I hope we get to hike the Narrows and Widow's...
Angel's Landing.
Sure. Angel's Landing.
We are going to Monument Valley, Arches National Park, Canyonlands, Capitol Reef, Bryce Canyon, Zion, and the North Rim of the Grand Canyon in 3 days, 3.5 days.
So where are we?
We're almost to Flagstaff.
How long has it been?
A really long time.
We listen to some podcasts on NPR, which is great because, it's better than listening to...
Excuse me?
When we get to camp, we're going to try to be very quiet and very respectful. Try to get about, 4 or 5 hours of sleep. And we'll pick up and keep going tomorrow, so...
With the sun starting to set, we raced to Monument Valley.
This is a cloud that Caroline wanted me to video.
We might miss seeing the monuments again because we're not that close. Oh, I can see one.
So there's one of them. It's a blurry stick in the sky. It's just looking at your windshield. It's focusing on your windshield.
Hello, so I'm gonna give a status update. It's currently about 5:30 in the morning the next day.
We got into camp at like midnight, 11:30.
Yeah, 11:30 I think. We set up our tent in the parking lot.
You mean we?
But we set up our tent in the parking lot and then carried it to the first campsite. So we just stayed there so we didn't wake everybody up. Cool.
We drove up and into the park and watched the sunrise.
They're sheer walls.
We were heading to our first hike at Delicate Arch.
What a good looking babe. Oh.
This trail was mainly on a well-worn rock path.
Double feet shot.
This is how close people walk together normally.
It was a beautiful morning for this hike.
Why hello?
We hit the catwalk and knew the arch was just around the corner. Alex went closer to get a good pic, and after some impromptu rock climbing, we headed down to the petroglyphs.
That looks so cool.
We briefly explored the windows section and explored Double Arch. Next up was Canyonlands National Park. First, we hiked to Mesa Arch, and we saw wide open views. Next, we hiked to the White Rim Overlook.
Is that the road down there?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty legit.
with that, we were on our way to the third national park of the day, Capitol Reef. We hiked from Grand Wash to Cassidy Arch.
The thunder in the background makes it seem so ominous. Nice.
At this point, we realized that we were probably going to encounter some rain, but thought we would probably be fine. So we continued hiking up and out of the wash to Cassidy Arch.
Careful, please.
The arch was beautiful, but the hike was anxiety-inducing.
Oh God, Alex, please be careful. Jeez Louise.
We got off the arch just in time for some rain.
We survived. We took wonderful showers at this little general store, and we are driving into Bryce. We're gonna get there right when it gets dark.
Alex managed to get the job of blowing up the air mattress again. But the next morning, we had the views practically to ourselves.
So cool. Wowee, is that pretty.
And as soon as we arrived, we were off to Zion National Park. This was the park we were most excited about this trip. And although Angel's Landing ended up being closed, we had a wonderful hike to Upper Emerald Pools.
It's beautiful. I love Zion. They're so cool looking.
We enjoyed a nice break by the pools and got ready for our next hike. The Narrows. Eventually, the hike turned into more of a swim.
She's not crying, I promise.
And at that point, I threw in the towel and we turned around.
This is pretty.
The next morning, with bagels in tow, we headed to our final destination. The north rim of the Grand Canyon. And though we moved slowly from 3 days of way too much driving and hiking, we really enjoyed the views.
It's on the side.
So that wraps up the Grand Circle. I'll save you guys the trouble of watching the 6.5-hour drive home. Thanks for coming on this Grand Circle road trip, and hopefully you'll see us next adventure. I lied. This is the drive home, and it's very pretty, so we're gonna film some more. There's so many colors on the reading. Kind of looks like green and then blue in the shadows, and then orange and yellowish. We're at Marble Canyon.